YouTube. Happy New Year and welcome back to Crafty Customs YouTube channel. I'm Dylan and I'm gonna be your host in today's episode and the episodes to come because I'm planning something. So we had an incident on the drift trike. Not really an incident, but a failure point was found during one of the test passes I was making. Still didn't get any good videos of me riding this thing yet, but I plan on it, especially once I fix this. It's just winter right now and it's really shitty. This thing doesn't do anything in the snow, and even though we haven't had much snow, I don't really feel like beating on it too much in the cold and having stuff like that happen, but I guess it's a good thing it happened now and not during the summer, because I would be wanting to ride it like all the time in the summer. So now at least I have some time to come back and think about what I want to do and see what my future plans are with this thing. And so far the whole rear half of it has been solid, haven't had any issues. Chain's been solid, engine's running good. I do want to take the governor off of it at some point just to get a little bit more throttle response and upgrade the carb, get a Makuni on it. But other than that, the back half is perfectly fine. I mean, the brake, I do need to get a new return spring on this, because I have it at the point now where it's adjusted out so much that it doesn't really stop that much, but if you try to tighten it anymore, it just locks up, and then it's a pain in the ass to get it to unlock, and it's just not ideal for when you want to be ripping around. You gotta rip the e-brake and then you gotta try to rip it back down, and it's just not fun. So I just need a new return spring on that, and I think I might try to like stiffen it up a little bit too somehow. Hopefully the stronger spring helps that, but we'll see. So on to what I have in mind for this thing to help combat this problem, which should have seen this coming in the past, but it is what it is, I guess. Can't ever really tell how strong a factory weld job's gonna be, but that's pretty much what happened here. Is it just split right here, and then right here, just from all the front and back movement from going around turns and stuff, that was definitely, you could feel it even when you're riding. It's the like softest point in this whole trike. So now back to where I was going. So my plans are, I'm gonna take this rod, I'm gonna join it up to that angle spot right there on the angle iron, and then come up here, join it up to the foot peg. It'll be flush with it though, so it's not sticking up or anything, but for demonstration purposes, that's where it's pretty much where it's gonna sit. And then I'll have a nice little like triangle to help support that, and then off of this there'll be a bar that comes up, and then it'll be hard to see, but it'll be like a nice cross section here. I'll use this pointer from here to here all the way up to the frame, so it'll be like that. And then I'm probably just gonna chop this whole thing off, get some more exhaust pipe that I use for this bottom part, sleeve it onto there, weld it up there, and then notch it to whatever angle this is. And then I'll probably get some steel pipe that's this diameter that these bearing cups can fit in, and then I'll just make my own head tube basically. So it'll be a lot stronger and a lot easier to weld to. And I might do some more once I really get into it, but as of for now, that's the plan. We're just gonna join or brace this, I guess, because it's already joined to the frame, but brace it up better, because right now you can tell there's a lot of flex. I mean, a lot of it's from the tire, but when you're ripping around and like you're on a hill and you try to like drift up onto the hill and you have a lot of weight like on this side of it, it's just gonna dig right into the hill, and sometimes that can almost throw you off, and that's not what you want to happen on this thing. I've almost fell off twice now, and let me say it's pretty scary, but it's not too bad. As long as you're not going super fast. Like, I wasn't going like top speed or anything. I was just ripping around doing some drifts. But yep, that's what my plan is. I'm gonna cut that off, put a new piece on there, notch it, get a new headset tube, and then brace this, join it together, so that way it doesn't want to flex back and forth as much. They're on the way. We're getting ready to tear into that beast. I'll do an update on that when we get to it, but for now I'm just gonna throw this into the drift trike update, and this is pretty much how far I got. Still didn't paint it from the last update, and I decided to do away with the work stool seat top that was on the back there. I mean, it was a cool aesthetic, but it really wasn't convenient, didn't really serve a purpose. I tried to sit on it and still ride it. It's really not comfortable, and it just doesn't work anymore, so did away with that and decided, well, instead of putting that ugly fuel tank that's sitting over there now, instead of putting that back up top where I had it, I'm just gonna completely do away with that too and go back to the original fuel tank from the Predator 212. Now, I was thinking of going all out and making like a nice actual fuel cell out of it, out of something, not out of that, but making a fuel cell that'll fit perfectly on top of that, but I figured there's no point really. I don't need that much gas. Like, that'd probably be enough gas to get me here to the next 2 towns over, which I live in a small area, so that's not very far still, but I could go the next 2 towns over and back maybe twice with that much fuel. I can probably go 2 towns over with just this much fuel. So I really don't think that would have been worth it in the long run. Just a little extra weight up top that you don't need, and I guess the Predator 212 one should work plenty fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still a good fuel tank. It's brand new, so it's not like there's anything wrong with it. When I mounted it, I just so happened to have a hole already drilled out there, and they're just about perfect. I only had to like smack it on a good bit just to get the studs to spread apart enough to slide right into those holes, but it went right into there, and now it's solid, so I don't have to worry about that thing falling off ever. Even if those nuts come out, I'm sure it's still going to hold in there just from being wedged. I mean, I'm sure if I hit a good enough pothole or something, it'll knock it up, but there's barely any fuel line on it, so it won't go too far. At least it should just stay up top and maybe dangle off to the side. But for welds mainly. But for now, that's it. Just wanted to throw this in and let you guys know what was going on. I'm probably going to end up painting it here tonight, and I'll throw a couple pictures up, like I said, of the finished product, but other than that, it's probably the last little bit of a video I'm going to add to this update. So for now, I'm just going to paint it, and whenever that's done and I can take it out and ride and then get a good video of it, I'll do that. But for now, that'll be it for the drift trike. It's time to move on to the next project, which that'll be coming in the next Crafty Custom. Yo, YouTube is back with another upload.